Every January, millions of women make the same promise. This year will be different. This year, I will be consistent. And for a while, it works. Week 1 feels strong. Week 2 feels possible. By week 3, life happens. A child gets sick. Work gets heavy. Something breaks inside the routine and everything falls apart. And then comes the thought, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just be consistent? If that cycle sounds familiar, I need you to hear something today that might change how you see yourself. Because in a few minutes, I'm going to explain the biological reasons why your willpower runs out, and it is not what you think. I'm also going to share one question that completely changed how I approach my health on hard days. It is not complicated, but it reframes everything. And I want to talk about why the most common health advice you hear online makes this cycle worse for women who are carrying real life pressure. So stay with me. If you are watching this video, I'm guessing you are not someone who doesn't try. You try. And you tried hard. You have started health plans, meal plans, workout routines, probably more times that you can count. And you have had moments where it worked, where you felt strong, where the routine held. But then something shifted. I know this because I have lived the exact cycle. I have gone from 105 kg to 65 kg and back, more than 4 times, not because I didn't know what to eat, not because I was undisciplined, but because every time I built a health routine, life brought something my routine could not survive. For example, having one of my twins in the NICU, my own body recovering from losing 3.5 liters of blood, carrying emotional weight that no meal plan account for. And every time I collapse, I blame myself until I understood something that changed everything. The problem was never my willpower. The problem was my capacity. Here is what most health advice tells you. Build habits. Be consistent. Just start. Push through. And that advice works if your body has the resources to follow through. But what if it doesn't? What if your nervous system is already overloaded? What if your cortisol is dysregulated? What if your blood sugar is unstable? What if your body is running on survival signals every single day? Then the problem is not consistency. The problem is that you are trying to build a habit on a body that has no foundation to hold them. This is what I call capacity before consistency. And this is the single most important idea I want you to take from this channel. Let me explain what I mean by capacity. Capacity is not motivation. It is not mood. It is not how much you want something. Capacity is the actual physiological resources your body has available to do the things you are asking it to do. Think of it like a battery. When your battery is full, you can train, you can meal prep, you can wake up early. You can do the protocol. When your battery is at 30%, you can do some of it with effort. But when your battery is at 5%, you are in survival mode. And trying to force a full workout or a perfect diet is like trying to run a software update on a phone that is about to die. It does not work. Not because the software is bad, because there is not enough power to run it. So let me explain the biologic, because this is not abstract. This is what is actually happening inside your body. Your body produces cortisol. Cortisol is your primary stress hormone, and most people think of cortisol as something bad. But cortisol is essential. You need it to wake up, to focus, to respond to challenges. The problem is not cortisol. The problem is how much of it you are spending. Think of cortisol as your daily budget. You get a certain amount each day. Every stressor you encounter costs something from that budget. A bad night of sleep costs cortisol. A stressful interaction at work costs cortisol. Worrying about your child costs cortisol. Skipping meals or eating erratically causes cortisol. Even a hard workout causes cortisol. And here is the part nobody tells you. Willpower also causes cortisol. Every time you force yourself to do something your body is resisting, you are spending from the same budget that is already depleted. When I was at my heaviest, I was spending cortisol I didn't have. I would wake up already in deficit. Then I would try to exercise. Then I would restrict my food. Then I would deal with the emotional weight of caregiving. And by 2 p.m., I was done. Not because I was weak, but because my stress budget was spent before noon. So if you are running out of energy by midday, if your routine collapses every afternoon, it is not a discipline failure. It is a budget problem. And the solution is not more willpower. The solution is reducing what you are spending before you try to build something new. Your autonomic nervous system has two main modes. The sympathetic nervous system, fight and flight. This is the mode your body enters when it perceives threat. And the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. This is the mode where healing happens, recovery happens, clarity happens. Here is the problem. When you are carrying chronic stress, mental load, caregiving, financial pressure, emotional weight, your nervous system can get locked in sympathetic mode, not in the dramatic kind, not in the panic attack. The load create constant kind, where your body is always slightly braced, always slightly scanning for the next thing that needs you. And when your nervous system is in that state, your body does not prioritize health. It prioritizes survival. It holds on fat. It craves sugar. It resists sleep. It struggles to focus. It feels exhausted. And then you try to add a new habit and your body says, I do not have the resource for that right now. That is not failure. That is biologic. When one of my twins was in the NICU, my nervous system was in constant alert. I was physically present, yes, but internally, my body was running on emergency signal 24 hours a day. And when I tried to get healthy during that period, my body could not do it. Not because I didn't try, but because my nervous system was not safe enough to rebuild. If your life is in a season of pressure, your body needs safety signals before it can accept new demands. That might look like stable meals at consistent time, better sleep, even 20 minutes more, 3 deep breaths before reacting to the next stressor. These are not luxury, these are foundational. Capacity before consistency. I promised earlier on I would share one question that changed how I approach my health, and it is this. What can I do today that my body will actually thank me for? Not what should I do? Not what does the plan say? Not what will a disciplined person do? But given where my body actually is right now, what is the kindest, most honest thing I can offer it? Some days the answer is a full training section. Some days the answer is a 15-minute walk. And some other days the answer is one nourishing meal and an early bedtime. And all three of those are valid. All three are health. This is the foundation of what I call the 3-level health system. Level 1, full capacity. Your strong day, everything is available. Level 2, low energy, tired but functional, simplified health. Level 3, survivor mode, the heavy day, minimum viable. On hard days, you do less, but you never do nothing. That is discipline with grace. I go deeper into this system in other videos, but the point for today is this. You do not need a plan that works on your best day. You need a plan that survives your hardest day. And that starts by acknowledging your actual capacity today, not in theory today. Now, the difficult part. Most health advice you hear online sound good, but it is designed for people who already have capacity. Just be consistent. Discipline is doing it when you don't feel like it. No excuses. And when you hear that and you cannot do it, you feel like the problem. Here is what that shame actually does to your body. Self-blame triggers cortisol. Shame is a stressor. It activates the same fight and flight response as a real threat. So when you blame yourself for falling off the plan, you are spending the very resource you need to get back on. The cycle looks like this. You try, you collapse, you blame yourself. The blame depletes your cortisol further. With even less capacity, you try again and you collapse faster. This is not a mindset problem. It is a biological feedback loop. And the only way to break it is to stop treating consistency as the starting point. I spent years in this cycle, losing weight, gaining it back, blaming myself, losing weight again, gaining it back. Not because I lacked discipline, because every time I rebuild, I started with the habits instead of the foundation. The fifth time, I started differently. I started with capacity. So if you are stuck in that cycle, stop asking yourself, why can't I be consistent? Start asking, what is depleting my capacity? Is it sleep? Is it blood sugar chaos? Is it emotional weight you are carrying? Is it a nervous system that never gets a break? Find what is draining you. Address that first, then build. Capacity before consistency. Let me make this practical. If you are watching this and thinking, okay, I get it, but what do I actually do? Here is where you start. Step 1, assess your level today, right now. Are you level 1, full energy, strong day? Are you level 2, tired but functional? Or are you level 3, surviving? Be honest, not aspirational, honest. Step 2, match your effort to your level. If you are in level 1, train, cook, plan, use the energy. If you are level 2, simplify, walk, eat protein, rest early. If you are level 3, 1 nourishing meal, water, 3 deep breaths, that is enough. That is not giving up. That is honoring where your body actually is. Step 3, protect the foundation before you add. Before you add a new workout, stabilize your sleep. Before you add a fasting protocol, stabilize your blood sugar. Before you add more structure, reduce what is draining you first. Capacity first, habit second. Always in that order. I want to leave you on one thing. If you have been blaming yourself for not being consistent, you are not the problem. The problem is the plan was never built for the life you actually have. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not failing. Your body is doing what bodies do under pressure. And there is a way through this that doesn't require you to become someone else. Capacity before consistency. On hard days, you do less, but you never do nothing. That is discipline with grace. In the next video, I'm going to talk about a topic that a lot of you have been asking about, fasting, especially why fasting works for some women and breaks others. And it has everything to do with what we talk about today. If this helps you, share it with a woman who needs to hear that she is not the problem. Subscribe if you want to keep building this with me. Health under real life pressure. Slowly, honestly, and realistically. I will see you in the next one.